Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. And if you want a list of the charities that I support, I would be really pleased to tell you about them if you ask for it in the notifications. This one here is Media Credibility Under Fire. Camera UK. Hadar, Sela on bias in war reporting. Questions surrounding media credibility, war reporting, and journalistic accountability took centre stage in Paul Calvert's recent interview with Hadar Sela of the Committee for Accuracy in Middle East Reporting and Analysis, Camera UK, speaking candidly about news coverage of Israel, Gaza, Lebanon and Iran. Sela described what she sees as a growing problem inside modern journalism: the prioritisation of the narrative over verified facts, reflecting in coverage since Hamas' attack on southern Israel on October 7, 2023. Sela began by giving some specific examples of the coverage about how the war, arguing that audiences are often given incomplete information when journalists connected to terror groups are killed in conflict zones. She noted several examples involving individual reporters known to be linked to Hezbollah or Hamas affiliate media outlets whose deaths were reported without giving critical details needed for the context. Sela explained that this kind of reporting shapes how international audiences understand the conflict and can erase vital context about Israeli civilians living under constant threat. I think it is part of a bigger picture that we are seeing, where the narrative is more important than the facts and than impartiality, she told Calvert. The interview specifically focused on the BBC's handling of corrections. Sela gave further examples of this phenomenon, noting that the broadcaster devotes considerable time and resources to Middle East coverage. She described cases in which later evidence identified individuals initially presented as civilians or first responders as Hamas operatives involved in terrorism, yet earlier reports frequently remain largely unchanged online even after new information has emerged. Discussing this pattern, she insisted that's not a commitment to accuracy, that's not a commitment to proper journalism. It's creating a narrative. Sela also addressed what she called selective storytelling in the coverage from northern Israel, referring to missile attacks on northern Israeli communities, including Metula and Haifa. She argued that the reporting often highlights military developments while overlooking the suffering of Israeli families whose homes, schools, and livelihoods have been devastated, calling the invisible Israeli phenomenon. The conversation also explored BBC reporting in multiple languages, including in Arabic and Persian, where Sela believes different audiences will receive different levels of context and political framing. Perhaps the most sobering moment came as Sela reflected on the broader consequences of declining trust in journalism. To be honest, we can't trust the media anymore, she added, that she described as a dysfunctional media ecosystem, including anti-Israel bias, anti-Semitism, and ignorance of historical context among journalists and editors tasked with reporting the news, has contributed to widespread confusion about the October 7th attacks and the ensuing war. Despite her concerns, Sela emphasises that the mission of Camera UK is to give people the facts so that they can judge a story for themselves. Camera UK is a media monitoring and research organisation dedicated to promoting fair and accurate and balanced coverage of Israel in the British media, challenging inaccurate, skewed, and often inflammatory characterizations of Israel that misled news, consumers, and policymakers, and often fuels anti Jewish sentiments. The organisation proactively engages with journalists and editors to challenge false or misleading claims about Israel, garnering, garnering dozens of substantive corrections in the British media each year. This is a wonderful organisation to follow, Camera UK. It's reporting on our news bias by the British Bullcrop Cooperation and the intentional television news that is intentional in promoting the lies of the Israeli Palestinian conflict. Go camera, keep reporting. You're bringing light to some dark areas of the news and showing that the BBC and ITV and Sly News cannot be trusted. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.